Hello, it's Rabbi Bregman with you with today's Short and Sweet, and we're going to discuss a topic which people have asked me to speak about, and that is the question of, are there really more good girls out there in the dating world than there are good guys? This is something people say a lot. There's just simply more good girls than there are good guys. So let me talk about this with you straight and truthful. In my opinion, despite the popular stuff you might read in the Mishpacha magazine and this one and the Yated and all the hand-wringing and everything else, I completely believe it's not true. Okay? First of all, let's start with, for starters, how are we defining good? Are we defining good the way the Torah does, or from something else? Normally, the Torah considers a person to be good if they keep Torah and mitzvahs, they try, they have Yiras Shamayim, they have good midos, they keep halacha, they're working on themselves. That's good. My experience has been when a lot of people say they label somebody, well, he's not a good guy, or we won't put him in that available good guy category. They're not labeling the person based on the Torah perspective. Okay, that's number one. Now, let's be very honest and very real here. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of single guys out there who are frum, and they are observant, and they keep Torah and mitzvahs, and they work every day from 9 to 5, or a little earlier, a little after, and they go to shul, and they learn, and they don't miss minyan, and they're good people out there. And a lot of people do not put them in the good guy category. And you want to know something? The real bottom line issue, in my opinion, is not that there's not enough good guys out there, is that there's not enough of the type that many women are looking for. That there's not good boys. There's not as many of that type. Many people, if you'll speak to shadchanim or single ladies, they'll tell you they're looking for a very specific kind of guy. Looking for a guy, and if you're hearing this class, you might laugh if you know what I'm talking about. You know the scene. They'll say, looking for a guy, he works, but he learns every day. He has an education and good income potential, and he's kovaya itim, and he's involved in the klal and chesed and everything else. The place they're mostly knocking these guys out and eliminating them is based on money. Okay? And when they say there's not enough good guys, or there's more good guys and good girls, good girls and good guys, they're usually talking about money. Okay? And that's oftentimes what I'm finding career-wise. Career-wise, it's that, like, he's nice, he's frum, he's sweet, he'd probably come from make a nice husband, but, Nevach, the guy's making $43,000 a year. I make $82,000 a year. I can't go out with him. So you can ask a person, but you have 80 and he has 45, you got 125. You're already getting somewhere already, no? No, but still, how's it going to look, So when people say that there's more good girls and good guys, what they mean is there's more women interested in type X or Y than there are of that type. So I think we also have to be very honest and admit that it's a lot easier to be a good frum girl than a good frum guy. A lot easier. A lot easier. What does it take to be a good frum girl? Well, hopefully be tznius, hopefully be kind, hopefully do chesed, hopefully be good mommy material, maybe attractive, it wouldn't hurt. That's a good girl. What does it take to be a good guy? Well, first of all, within the really observant world, we want a guy who's a learner, he's a Talmid Chacham, he's a Torah scholar. Let me ask you, what's easier? Is it easier to dress tzniously and wear a skirt and this and that, or to basically know Shas? I'm not even going to answer which one is easier and which one's harder. Which one's easier or harder? Is it easier to be kind, which the Gemara says is one of 3 traits that basically every single Jewish person has, one of the 3 traits, to be kindness-oriented? Or is it easier, is that easier, or is it easier to basically be out there and trying to basically hustle and make 6 figures, okay? It's not easy to make 6 figures, no matter how smart you are. And doesn't the Torah say very clearly, the Medrash Gemara Chazal, Zoyer, that Parnasa comes from Hashem, and it's not for you to basically say that, this and that? So what I would generally encourage a person to do is accept the following. We cannot genetically make more of a certain kind of guy. If I could, and people ask me this sometimes in my own role and capacity, I'm looking for a guy like X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. I don't have a formula where I can magically make more guys that are 5'8" to 6 feet tall, that are about 25 to 35 years old, that have never been married, that are either doctors, lawyers, or business people, already making 6 figures, who learn every day, who wear a black hat and everything else, okay? I don't know how to make them. And if we find more people like that, we're happy to share them. But I think it's very important that we have a Torah perspective, a real authentic Torah perspective from what does the Torah say? What is a good guy and what's not a good guy? And many people have to be willing to, so I would suggest to you, reinterpret or re-examine what is a good guy and what is not a good guy. Because there's a lot of plenty nice, wonderful, sweet, mature men that I know go to shul every day, don't miss a minyan, they work, they're trying their best. They went to yeshiva, they went to here, they're working, they got a degree, they're working, the job market's rough. And many people say, oh, he's not a good guy. And what I think a lot of times they're talking about is the guy making 6 figures, or is he close? And that's the good guy. Because, look, it is expensive to be frum. We know that's true. It does cost a lot of money to be observant. But what is the cost of remaining single for a decade or more because a person is not willing to basically many times work with a person? So I would say respectfully, I think there are as many good girls as there are good guys. It's just a question of looking at people in such a way that you're able to be open-minded. Many times a person has to become a little bit more flexible and understand just because the guy's making $60,000 and you're making $50,000, that's not bad. I know his job might sound appealing, it might not sound attractive, your father's a doctor, your mother's a lawyer, and how are you going to go out with a guy who's basically working as a school teacher in a New York public school? I mean, the guy's making $55,000 a year, nebuch, and it's not going to look right. But if you want to get married, I think we have to look at it in a realistic, practical way. Thank you very much. Till next time, I'm Rabbi Bregman, and we'll see you then.